Okay, so I didn't get a lot done today, and I haven't got done a lot in the past. And then tomorrow, Dad's going to the doctor, so I won't be here to necessarily do a stream. I might, depending on how things go, I might be able to get a stream in at night. I might not. I'm not really sure for sure. Um, if I am back home, if he's has to stay overnight or something somewhere. Um, then I'll come home and then I might be able to do something. I don't know if I will do something. I might be able to though, and we'll see. So I just decided I'd go ahead and do a couple of things. One is I called this episode 296 just so I could get back on track with um, the the numbering system, right? Because today was it's Monday, and today should have been 296, not 295. But just because of the way things turned out, it ended up being that, and so I'm calling this 296. Then tomorrow would have been 297. But if I manage to get this small stream in late at night, maybe then I can I can number them just the way I would normally. And I'm only going to do a little bit of a um I'm gonna do like a quick kind of sprint here um of about 15 minutes apiece for each of the four sessions, and and then I'll get up. I'll take like a quick like a couple minute break. Won't even be a long break. It'll just be like fairly short. Or I can just get up, walk around, maybe go get a drink of water or something, and something like that. And so I guess without further ado, our first session would be, of course, the reference gathering. So I'm going to do some of the reference gathering. um, this is typically where I would be doing a bonus stream. However, I want to get my numbering correct, so I'm calling this 296. This episode 296, and I'm going to do 4 15-minute sessions, and instead of the usual 35 plus breaks. See if I can get something done tonight in that short of a time period. Right now it's gathering reference. I think I might just start with one of the Disney movies and just download a few voice images. I think I'm fine. I'll make it work. Thanks. So I guess I'll start with Cinderella. Cinderella. Disney's Cinderella. 51. Background art, screen caps. And we'll go like that. I think animation screen caps is the thing that I have, yeah. So, I don't really know exactly what I'm looking for here, but let's check some of these out. That's actually not bad. This is actually kind of the vibe I'm going for. I'm gonna leave that open for a quick sec. Yeah. Cinder almost has the exact vibe I'm going for. So we'll pull something from there. Disney Wiki. Oh, interesting. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if see the these like lower res ones, they're actually brighter, which is kind of interesting. I almost would want to go for the this seems yeah. Seems that the animation screen caps website, the 4K versions um, of the cartoons are significantly darker than regular old Blu-ray or DVD versions. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there for a second. Let's see, that's the Disney Wiki here. We'll try the Disney Wiki first, I think. Publicity stills. Sir. Nice caps though here, honestly. That's the house. I almost like Disney Wiki's version screenshots better. Um, sure. I almost seem to like the image, the gallery from the Disney wiki. Yes, you can suggest a few specific good scenes. You know what? I didn't even pay attention to. Let's just say I started at 25, and so 15 minutes is 40. So 10:40, I'll do a little bit of a break. Yeah, the kitchen, the forest, woodland path. Okay. Uh, thanks. I wish it would stop. Like, would you like me to do this? Would you like me to do this? No, I don't want you to do this. Like, honestly, here, save image as, oh, WebP. I mean, not that I mind that much, but uh, Disney wikis images are in WebP format. I'm pretty sure I can view almost anything, but I guess I need to convert that if I want it in a common file format, for instance, PNG. Safe bandwidth, it's not universal support as PNG, especially if you want to drag them into Lunacy. Um, let me think. I'm starting to get some reference inspiration images for my game, even though I won't be doing visuals for a while. Several phases, nine might be months, could be longer. Okay, so what's the best way to do it? Just the WebP tools, um, or I can always, like I said, open GIMP. Although with GIMP, you have to wait for it to load. For image magic, I know that has a ton of different tools. image. I'm not really editing. Cool. Okay, we'll just do that. Sudo apt install webp. Hold on, just a moment. Okay. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay. Convert one file. Convert all WebP files in a folder. Okay. Um, and the terminal then run bash. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Um, sure. It's a folder looking. These would be good. And actually, let's go ahead and we're gonna save image as, and then this is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and make a folder called reference images at, and we're gonna just save this here. All right. Then I guess we're gonna close that, and I'm gonna. This one's not too bad. Save image as. Save. Okay, and it's 10:40. I should be done now, but here let's get one. I wonder. It'd be nice if it just had a download. See, full size image. Okay. I see. Okay, let's just all right, we'll do this one too. Okay, and we'll just kind of go through. Hmm, that's an interesting one. Oh, I like this one. Okay, what else we got? And um, really more interested in. Oh, oh, some okay. Some of this is concept here stuff here. Hmm, interesting. Storyboard skills. Okay, essentially, we're gonna production, concept art, storyboards, character designs, live action reference, miscellaneous. Okay, we got some background paintings, huh? And actually, now that I look at some of this, yeah, yeah, okay. Mhm. More of that miscellaneous stuff. Um, oh, these are actual screenshots here, huh? Okay. Mm, I'm just saving just a bunch of stuff in here. Yeah. Um, I think I should move on to the next session here in a sec. Um, I started just going nuts and downloading multiple images. I don't know. Maybe I should restrict myself, but I might find I'm um going through tons of images and not picking much. Well, there we go. Save image as save. Okay. Well, I probably here. Okay. Okay, so there, uh, CD redot. Where is redot? Studio. CD projects. Uh, what is okay? Dev stuff. Redot. Oop. Projects. Redot projects. Oh. Oh, redot projects. Um. See if that works. Okay. Phase one. Okay. CD enchanted and design documents. That right. Uh, it's the I guess it's just reference images. CD reference is okay. Let's just go ahead and paste that. Let's paste file, save as um and reference images and save this as webp convert txt, something like that, which is fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and paste it though. Paste. See what happens. Oh. Hmm. Copy. Paste. Okay. And reference images, PNGs. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool. Cool, cool. Okay. Now let's go back to that text file. P convert And let's just go ahead and do this. Okay, control save, and we'll save that. Okay, okay, that works. Okay, so we just got it from Cinderella. I'll probably pull up Blade and Tramp. I'll probably pull up the others later. I'll do the same kind of deal. In fact, I might just use the Disney Wiki. Um, I, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark this here as is. Okay, so, uh, okay, so my next session is going to be, of course, this, but you're gonna give me a like a quick few second break, basically. Um, shoot, let's start it. Um, sorry to rumble. Sorry that I didn't get you on Rumble, but there's probably not anybody in here, so that's kind of okay. And then of course, Necromantic Monarch. Hello, Necromantic Monarch. Um, hello, if you're still here. Um, okay. Anybody chatting in there? No. Nope. No. No. Okay. So, um, Necromantic Monarch. I'm building a game. It's going to eventually be a point and click interactive, fully interactive point and click adventure game. But right now it exists sort of as a choose your own adventure style. And just show you so you could see here, we'll go to my itch.io dashboard. Hold on a second. That's right. Okay. And hold on a sec. Let's go back here. And in order to play this, it's a full 1080 1920 by 1080 full, high def or whatever you want to call it. But since I'm kind of in the early stages and I don't really know how this works too well, I don't know about resizing and stuff just yet, so I have to learn how to do that. So this is just basically a um, you just basically pick choices here. See, hit one to attempt to put another section, take two to take it to reference, right? Work in the library, John's putting books back on the shelves when he notices a book that has fallen on the floor behind him. Anyways, it's just a game. Uh, it's about a magic kingdom that they turn into tourist resort and is lately fallen in hard times. And there is a previously banished wizard who was a wizard that was previously banished for certain things, and he somehow snuck back into the kingdom, and he's managed to buy up the resort, and um, he's attempting to um, change it for his nefarious purposes. And that's just a little quick, brief overview. So, anyways, so yeah, okay, so I am going to break. This stuff was going through Cinderella deals as I'm going through getting some reference images for when I actually do visuals in the game. So, in any case, be right back. I am simply stretching my legs. I'm getting up, stretching my legs, walking to the room, take a drink of water, come back, and then I'll do another session. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So I'm just kind of doing like a quickie version of what I normally do during the day. I usually do 2 streams every weekday, about 90 minutes apiece. Um, I'm doing these ones in sessions, 4 different sessions, so I can like do 4 different things to keep the stream kind of interesting instead of just doing text only, which is what I was doing previously. But so let's see. Let's actually pull up this text here. Um, so um, so I'm like doing 4 sessions of like about 15 minutes each. In fact, let me do something here real quick. Let's actually go to. I can actually close these screenshots. That's cool looking. Let's do egg timer. Eggtimer.com. And we are going to say 15 minutes. Okay. And I'm going to leave that running in the background. And it should kind of ping me. Okay, so let's do some text. Okay, so let me go through this. Once upon a time, there was a real true-to-life magic kingdom where things were going well, but in order to relieve the tax burden from its citizens, the king and his trusty advisor and best friend Harold decided to turn it into a tourist resort. The resort allowed the ridiculously wealthy from other realms to take their vacation in Genland to fulfill their fantasy of being a knight or a princess, or even a fairy godmother. Uh, Everything was going well for a time. Everyone was prosperous and happy until one day things took a turn for the worst. Um, First, the king started acting oddly. Cold, uh, indifferent to his best friend halfway. Wait, Harold. Okay, what else was I gonna say? He then started negotiations with someone named Millions, only to shortly thereafter sell Enchanted lands. initially thereafter sell enchanted lands to max. After that, things just got worse. People started disappearing. Let's see. Night school started training the enchanted guard with real weapons. Let's see. Princess prep was closed. Wizard, as was Wizard U. Fairy God College. Was operating, but it wasn't accepting any new enrollments. Okay. A lot of hotels and shops, restaurants were closed down. Or let's say we're also closed down. Effectively, the resort was shut down. Since there, here, we'll make this a third paragraph. I don't know if this is going to be like too big of a paragraph. Since there was only a few people halfway could trust, he decided to seek someone in another realm to give him a fresh set of eyes. Okay. I guess that about sizes it up. Okay, so this is the text I'm probably going to use. Copy. I'm gonna get Grok to give me an idea. Okay, so I'm writing some of the narrative stuff. This is the preface. And what we'll do is I'll just go ahead and write the preface here. And the stuff underneath it was other attempts. Okay. Control V. The text above is the original event text in the preface page. The text below it is two intro paragraphs I just wrote. Do you think that's sufficient? He actually goes to find John on the next page. Okay. efficient. New version is a big improvement over the dry event text, gives proper context. No thanks. We'll look into it. I'm gonna ask a few more chatbots and then come up with some ideas. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to 6 minutes left. Let's go to Gemini. No, let's go to Notebook. Okay. Now let's go to Gemini. Okay. Okay, so doing some brief narrative task work. If you remember, the event task is what I have done. Basically, a list of things that happen, and now I'm rewriting the pages to have a narrative. Not right yet, but I'll let you know. Okay. Okay, so this is what I came with. The original text. Let's see what it says. Fantastic upgrade. You've done exactly what Nair. Then why it become a resort? This is our generalities, so just saying the most of the resort closed down. You list. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the narrative path is going to matter, so okay, I'll remove this. Okay. Until one day things took a turn for the worse. For the worse. Okay, that's fine. And okay. Where? Only got 3 minutes left. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, good. I think I'll stick with this for the preface page. My session is about doing a sort of bonus stream, or more specifically, episode 296. Really, that was supposed to be today, but my numbering is off because, but my numbering's off because I didn't so to set it right, I'm calling this 290 instead of 295 bonus. So I'll next. Okay, so let's copy this. Copy. Let's actually go to ChatGPT. 1 minute. Okay, so I'm working on my creative paths, turning story beats into actual story. And here's the preface. First is the event list page, and then under the is the intro I just wrote. Tell me if you think it's sufficient. Yeah. Yeah, as far as Hubert Harold, originally his name was Harold. He took the name halfway because half of his magic is gone. So it's either Harold halfway or halfway Harold. I think halfway Harold will be the final version. Okay. That's okay. See, this is at 12 seconds. Time expired. Okay, so I'm supposed to stop. Okay. It does stand out as mostly polish and clarity rather than missing content. Hubert and Halfway Harold, earlier known as consistently Hubert. Okay, thanks. Yes, Hubert slash Harold. Hubert is from my notes, which when I typed them in, I changed. Hubert was a rename from Harold, which was originally in my handwritten notes. Um, yeah. Here it was renamed from Herald, which was originally my handwritten notes. Because I had apparently had Carrie back in my mind and decided Harold was too close to that. Then I was going to make it a joke, or a not a joke, about Harold's last name rhyming with water or something. Trotter? Trotter. Maybe. So that you would get the connection. Changed it, but now I'm thinking I want to change it back for joke reference sake. Reference sake. Okay. Um, I think I'm going to put it halfway first, as everyone is going to call him that, and you'll find out later why he's called that. So it will be halfway Harold. So halfway Harold. Okay. So let's do the, okay. Let's go back to the. He then began negotiations with the man named Maximilian, and shortly afterwards sold Enchanted lands to him. Okay, so I'm actually going to make that little check here before. Um, I'm going to call this halfway Herald like this. And then down here, I am going to already set to thing cold, 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 indifferent to his best friend halfway. He then started negotiations. Okay, he then uh okay. Um um let's see. He then then and named Max millions, and shortly thereafter sold Enchanted lands to him. There we go. That's not what I want. I want to go here. I'll go to here. It's only since there was only sometimes I'm thinking of a different sentence, and so I'll change some of these adverbs or whatever they're called, conjunctions. I don't know. I don't. There were only a few people could trust. So go in another room to get a fresh set of eyes. Okay. Okay. All right. So that doesn't know the description of what. Okay. So I made a few changes. Oh. Yeah, that's just a uh, capitalization. I'll change it to school. School. Okay. Yeah. Night school, night school, night school. Night school. Started training. It's operating, but wasn't accepting any new enrollments. Okay. Okay, got it. Control C. I wonder. Okay, took a turn for the. Okay. This phrase, this. Okay. Okay. Here's a bit of a modification, but this should be it. And a bit of modification here, but perfect. Halfway hero. Yes. Okay. Okay, that's good. Actually, that's good. I can work with that. Anyways, okay. Shit, 11:26. Okay, I am not going to do any breaks anymore because I'm supposed to be done here with the stream. But I am going to go ahead and go to the next session, which is the map. Okay. So let's go to Excalidraw. Yeah. Anyways, so now I'm back on the map with draw. I need some suggestions on what I should put in here next. I know the locations, like the schools and so forth, but a big overview map. What should I put in there? Okay, so this is the grounds, and then I can actually put the schools as, Lapswood. Okay, Lapswood is gonna actually be over here. Okay, we're gonna put night school up here. um, I'll this first. Probably I'll do tonight. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we're gonna start with this, and we're gonna put the school. Hmm. Some ideas of the size of schools. Let's think Oxford, Cambridge, the UK. I don't even know what are large universities in the US look like. So maybe you can give me some suggestions. So very large multiple colleges. Harvard's massive. But it shouldn't be as big as entire lands either. 1/3 to half the size of one leaf. Well, we have 200 feet. Let's see. Well, let's think about terms of block sizes large blocks, small ones presenting would roughly 400 by 400 be okay. That's not quite half of a leaf, but almost. Why didn't I do? I didn't do the time thing either. That's okay. I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna put the schools in, and that's all. Uh, works well. And they don't all have to be exactly the same, but they generally. Um, not yet. Okay, so we're gonna do a box. Um, that's kind of small. Um, this is kind of large, but maybe it should be large, right? And we'll just right now. Let's see. Okay. So let me think for a moment. Okay, I'm gonna do that here. Let's see. Night school. We're gonna drop this, that, and we're gonna increase this out like this. Actually, we're gonna put this back up like this. But this is that, and then Blizzard U. I'll leave Blizzard U like it is, and then this is gonna be small. That only leaves 5 though. Do that. That's 5. This shouldn't be that small. It's only 200, so we're gonna do that. And we'll also do that with this. Just something like that. I'll just basically let's put one here in the center. There. Um, just a second. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save to not here, but here. Here we go. Save place. Okay. I'm not labeling anything just yet, but what we'll do is here, let's bring a screenshot. Uh, take a screenshot. Okay. Copy clipboard. Okay. No labels yet, but general sizes of each, mostly based on what looks good. Okay. The stem is still a little narrow. I'd widen it slightly so it feels more bustling. Okay. I think this is all I'm doing for tonight. So thanks. Okay, and then finally, let's talk about coding real quick. Favorites. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow the suggestion of oh, that's right. I have that bug still, right? Where's the wait a minute, what's the actual warning? UID duplicate. Huh. That's the other thing. Anyways, I'm gonna try one thing here. Might not get any code done here, but I'm gonna see if I can try to reproduce that error that I was having. So what we're gonna do here is simply we're gonna move this around, okay, and then I'm just gonna close it. It's not doing it there. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Close. Nope. Try it again. Shift. Close. No. Yeah, I can't get it to do that error anymore. And it's gonna drive me nuts, I think. Oh, wrong button. Let's try something else. Still not duplicating it. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what triggers it. Maybe it won't do it anymore, too, for that matter. Still not hearing. Okay, that's gonna about do it for tonight. I'm not gonna worry about it again. I'll play around with it tomorrow. We'll mess around with stuff. We'll see what happens, and when the error pops up, uh, I'll be sure to tell Gemini to see if it can tell me what it's doing. Um, oh, the one thing we can do though is let's go over here. Let's go to let's go to preface actually. Preface. Let's pull up preface. All right. Let's pull this up. Control C. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and V. We're going to take this and put this here. That. Okay. And we're going to save room data. Okay. And then we're just going to play it really briefly. No, I meant to actually play it though. No errors there? Okay, no errors there. When to start? Okay. Now this is just superfluous here, and these are the real things here. Uh, I might put stay tuned back in there, but okay. That works. Okay, that works. All right. Now, let's go ahead and do my recording here. Today is still Monday, May 11th, 2026, and today is sort of a semi-bonus stream slash actual own episode. partly because my numbers were off. So basically, I left off 289, and then I started with 290 last Monday, and so because of that, 294 was on Friday, and so episode 295 was earlier today, and so what I did is I went ahead and did like a nightly bonus stream where I did a few minutes in each session, and calling it 296. And tomorrow I may not even have a stream, but if I do, it'll be 297 and the numbering will be restored. We'll see. Okay, so what I got done today was the first thing I did was grab some reference images. So I actually have, we're going to go to this, we're going to go to this, and reference images. And basically, what is that? What P import? I see. We'll go to the PNGs only. I don't, what? I wonder what this import thing is. Oh well, it doesn't really matter that much. But uh, let's go by type. That way I can open all of the PNGs here. Boom with image here, that's fine. And I think there we go. So these are basically backgrounds and screenshots from Cinderella, which is part of my inspiration for some of the Enchanted Land stuff. Although looking at some of these pictures, not so great, but they give you some ideas. So when I get to actual making references, um, when I want to make my thing like certain backgrounds and stuff, I'll have these in here. Eventually, I'll add them to a mood board. And anyway, so that's what I've done for that first session. Now the second session was the writing of the text. Actually, let's open the text here. This was the original text here. This is the event text. If Channel lands back as resort, so the mysterious figure named Max. Okay, but now we have this here. This is my original like brochure kind of description. Uh, Once upon a time, there's a real true-to-life magic kingdom. Things were going well, but in order to relieve the tax burden from citizens, the king and his trusty advisor and best friend, Halfway Harold, decided to turn it into a tourist resort. The resort allowed the ridiculously wealthy from other realms to take their vacation in Enchanted Lands to fulfill their fantasy of being a knight, or princess, or wizard, or even a fairy godmother. Everything was going well for a time. Everyone was prosperous and happy until one day things took a turn for the worse. First, the king started acting oddly, cold and different to his best friend Halfway. He then met a man named Maximilian and shortly thereafter sold Enchanted Lands to him. After that, things just got worse. People started disappearing. Night School started training the Enchanted Guard with real weapons. Princess Prep was closed, as was Wizard Youth. Fairy God College was operating, but wasn't accepting any new enrollments. A lot of hotels, shops, and restaurants were also closed down. Effectively, resorts was shut down, and since there were only a few people Halfway could trust, he decided to seek someone in another realm to give him a fresh set of eyes. And that's my first preface. That's my first narrative pass page. So I got one done. So that's good. Okay, so that was the one page that I got done. And then let's go ahead and look at the extra draw. And all I did was add a few blocks. This is for the hotel down here. This is night school. Down here is Wizard U. Up here is Princess Prep, and down here is Fairy God College. Okay, I think that's right. Anyways, I'll start adding names and start adding more areas and figure a few things out maybe in the upcoming times. And then as far as code, I didn't get that much code done. What I was trying to do is I was trying to get this thing to air out, because if I miss the layout tool and I start moving things around and then like that, right? And then shift just copies them all. I move it around, and I do this, and I do that, and like that, like so forth. And so it's not airing, so I just decided to leave that off. So that's what I did tonight, and I want to thank anybody for popping in. If you're watching, or if you came in for a little while, or whatever. And I will go ahead and I will see you when I see you. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow. Okay. Uh, thank you for watching episode 296.